multimedia arts. Now, I know that you already have basic knowledge about this, like copyright, trademark, patents, infringements, and everything. But allow us to further expand that knowledge together with our dear guests. We have Maddie, Hana, and Bea. And without further ado, let's start. Let's begin with Bea. The mic is yours.
So I would like to talk about copyright. So copyright grants creators the exclusive right to control how their originals of work are used, distributed, or reproduced. There are laws that ensures the creators for fairly compensated for their work, and there are a lot of variety of works that can be applied under the copyright protections, which are musical compositions, literary or dramatic works, pictures and audio visuals, and choreographic works. And there's this called copyright infringement. It's when someone uses the original work or copies or distribute the copyrighted work without the owner's permission, and they distribute it outside the terms of licensing agreement. Any unauthorized use of your work can lead to legal consequences for other person or company. And this is why it is important to mark your works with a copyright symbol, and next to it is your name, and just to show that your work is protected under the copyright law. And there is also cases that violated some copyright works, which are under the music industry. All of us know the song Ice Ice Baby. It's by Vanilla Ice, and this rapper insisted that the intro of his 1989 hit Ice Ice Baby was different enough from David Bowie and Queen's 1981 song Under Pressure, and he said it's not copied. And Queen's attorneys didn't buy it. The case was settled out of court for an undisclosed sum, plus Bowie and members of Queen received songwriting credit, and allegedly Bowie died in 2016 at the age of 69 after a battle with cancer. And alongside with that, there's also Ed Sheeran, where his song Single Photograph, a case that was eventually settled out in court. Beginning the same year, the British songwriter was hit with multiple allegations over the hit Thinking Out Loud. But Ed Sheeran recently noticed a win when a London judge ruined his 2017 hit song Shape of You. Did not copy grime artist Sammy Switch's songs Oh Why, as Switch had also alleged copyrighted.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that.
I don't know. That's for copyright. Let's move on to our next guest. We have Maddie, who will be talking about trademarks.
Thank you, Kris. Trademarks are a type of intellectual property that protects things such as colors, logos, names, words, and so much more from being used by others without the owner's permission. Trademarks can be owned by anyone from a private person to a large business company. An example of this would be, if you remember the case with Vanta Black.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Yeah, that one. So if you don't know this, let me paint the picture for you. In 2014, a guy and an artist named Anish Kapoor bought the color called Vanta Black from a company named Surrey Nanosystems. But not only did he buy the color, he also bought the exclusive rights to the world's blackest black color. So he was the only one that was able to use that color. As you can probably imagine, this caused an outrage in the artist community, and many people saw him as malicious and greedy for taking this color all to himself. And this can be seen as someone who trademarked this color and has it as his own color. He later on had a long-standing feud with Stuart Semple, who created the pinkest pink that could be used for anyone except for Anushka Kapoor.
Honestly deserved.
Yes. He also created an even blacker black that had the same condition, that it could not be used by Anushka Kapoor and Anushka Kapoor only.
Big brain.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it is your
Yes, yes. So what's so important about trademarks, you may ask? They are what distinguishes your goods and services from your competitors. It is used to avoid confusion, deception, and misunderstandings about your product. It also gives legal protection for your brand and help guard against things such as fraud and counterfeits.
Now let's move on to our next guest. We have Hana, who will discuss about patent, right?
Yep. Alright, so I'll be straight to the point. A patent is an exclusive and incorporeal right. It is also a type of right that protects a lot of intellectual properties, and it is a right that is granted by an authority to an inventor by providing them the patented process, design, and invention for a designated period in exchange for a comprehensive disclosure of the invention. It is when an inventor obtains a patent, they secure the right to exclude the others from making, selling their products or method. It also maintains their right to sell the item exclusively for themselves and also for a high price. They are allowed to sell their own items for a higher price because they have the rights to do so. And other examples included for patent are the Wright brothers patent for the airplane, that's another one. Thomas Edison's light bulb, they also patented his light bulb. And lastly is Alexander Graham Bell's telephone. They all have patented rights for their production and selling. So a famous infringement of patent is the 1970s to 1980s Polaroid Corporation versus Eastman Kodak Company. In April 26, 1976, the Polaroid Company sued Kodak for infringing 10 patents related to the integral instant camera and film system. They have a lot to fight about, and the lawsuit lasted for 9 long years.
Ooh, 9 years?
Exactly, I'm kind of shocked fighting about it. The Kodak company was forced to pull their cameras off of their stores and stop making them because they could not fight for it. For 9 years they fought, they push and pull with each other with Polaroid because they wanted also to sell the cameras for themselves. But in the end, Kodak was sued and they are not able to sell it anymore. And unfortunately in 2012, Kodak was filed for bankruptcy, and that was the end of their brand. And I think that's all for my part.
And I think that's all from our viewers, right?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you very much for your very wonderful time for sharing.
Once again, I am Hana Agulan.
I'm Sebandal.
And I am Maddie Eriksson.
Once again, let's give them a round of applause. And now before we end our podcast here, let's make a short summary so that some of the viewers who might have missed can still recall. Now first we have copyright, which refers to the rights that artists or creators have over their own literary or artistic works. And next is the trademark. It is similar to copyright, but instead it leans more towards company names, brand logos, and product names, and the likes, right? And then last we have patents, which are intended to protect new inventions, compositions, or processes like phones, light bulbs, and everything. Now, fellow artists and creators, let's be very careful and always protect your works. As like everybody knows, it's your own right, it's your property. And that's all for today. Thank you very much for
Thank you
everybody.
so much,
Thank you for
everyone.
watching. See ya!
See ya!